That's 2 games down. All that's left is Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. My favorite of the trilogy, and the one I've seen the least of. It's surprising since it's April. What's up guys, I'm Skipper1 here once again. Welcome guys to the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Oh, welcome back, because it's same series but different game. If that makes sense. I like how Spyro is red in the saving or loading thing. That's a cool detail for an evil plot unfolding. Or an evil plot unfolds. Ooh. Thank God. Wasn't sure how much longer I could go with that. Oh, the dragons are sleeping. Oh, it looks so cool. Holy shit, this looks good. You think with that armor they'd make a lot more sound. And their plan almost went perfect until...
Get her! Stop her!
You know, I prefer the original version's Hunter Scream, if I'm being honest. It sounds better, in my opinion.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
Sorceress, what the hell happened to you? Can I go back to the PS1?
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the dragon worlds. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world?
The Forgotten Realms. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes.
Yeah, come on, let's go!
Why is Hunter here anyway? That's never explained. I do love this though. Yes. Yes!
The eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
You got it!
Yes, I am in love with this. Oh my god! This looks beautiful! I said this a lot in Spyro 2, but this is my favorite Spyro game, so I'll probably say it a lot more here. Oh! I'm not a huge fan of the music, though. That's... It captures the original, but not well enough, in my opinion. Which is weird. And once again, we're back to 4 lives. Didn't we end Spyro 2 with like 35 lives? Where'd they all go? Spyro, do you just suck when I don't control you? But like Spyro 1, I've never actually completed this game. You'll find out why later. But here is a dragon egg. It's hatching. I love that. Oh, it's red throughout. Oh. Interesting. I thought it would be purple. Considering that was what it was for Spyro 2 and 3. 1 and 2.
Hi, Spyro.
Yes, I think it was for
Left or
2.
right,
1.
Use the right stick. To quickly center the camera behind you, tap the center camera button. You can also look all...
You say that like this is the first game I'm playing. This is kind of the... Oh. Ooh.
So,
one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad. Look here, Dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back into that hole you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've hidden them in places you'll never find in 1,000 years. Besides, even if you could find any eggs, our expertly trained armies would hunt you down and take them back. Do I make myself clear? If I find you here again, I am going to be very angry, and you won't like me when I'm angry.
You say expertly hidden. Do you mean the dragon egg I found literally back over there? Because if so, I don't see an issue. Yes, I love this world. Oh. I've said multiple times this is my favorite Spyro game. What is this homeworld's name again? Oh wait, it was based on different times of the day. So this is the Morning Garden, wasn't it? Yeah, because the next one is like afternoon. There's the afternoon pond or midday pond lake. That's the third world. There's midnight something. Yeah, so this is like midnight, the summer forest kind of thing, or like the morning forest. You just gotta get that morning wood out, man.
Your game camera is currently
camera is currently in passive mode. I don't care that much. Tiki man.
Party at the Tiki Lodge, and the portal to my home just stopped working. Maybe the portal will reactivate after a few more dragons hatch.
Not gonna lie, I prefer the Tiki Lodge voice to be like this, which is what it was like in the original. But yeah, just like in Spyro 1, like moves carry over is what I'm trying to get at. Oh, I'm loving how the dragons are hatching. I am absolutely in love with this. Oh, it is so good. Like, I'm gonna gush all over this game.
Egg at the bottom of this lake.
But yeah, Spyro has all the same moves he did in the original in Spyro 2. So this game feels like a more built-up version of Spyro 2. And apparently, Sparks has something to do on this adventure too. Ooh, hot air balloon. Interesting. Know what that's for. I've said this is my favorite game, so even being coy isn't gonna help. Ooh. Oh, I like your redesign. I say redesign, that's probably what was intended from the get-go, but limitations of PlayStation 1 and whatnot. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm gonna try my best to 100%. Ooh. Hello, Bruce. Ooh. I like this. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to 100% this on this world on the first go around. Because you can go straight through all the worlds and do everything. Some things might be a bit trickier than at times, but you can do everything if you have enough patience and determination. I now feel like I'm talking about Undertale. You just gotta stay determined, man. That determination, it'll get you places. 20 eggs. Unlike Spyro 2, which I forgot about how many orbs there were in there, I actually do know the exact amount of eggs. There are 120, I believe? Well, technically 121, but that last one's a bitch to get.
Yo, Spyro!
Hello, Hunter.
I just found one of those portal thingamajigs that leads to a different world, but you'll have to glide to get across to it.
But you'll have to glide to get across. Yeah, basic gliding tutorial.
I saw some.
Blah, 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 blah. We've been through this in Spyro 2. and hover.
Oh, I almost forgot. I found this egg.
Coal train. I like how there's been different models so far and they all have had unique animations. Like Spyro 2, not Spyro 2, Spyro 1, not Spyro 1, Spyro 3, I'm so used to talking about the other games apparently. They all had the same body type. So like no two dragons had different body types, but they had different animations, which is what made them unique. Now, of course, limitations of PS1, some of them had to repeat, given that there's over 100 of them. But that's just something you kind of have to deal with, and it's something I grew to love. That's one reason why the names, to me, were so unique. And unlike Spyro 2, we have access to these without people getting mad. Without, well, people needing to die, anyway. There's Amy. I always thought that was a weird way to spell Amy. Ooh. However, there is also something else that we'll be doing besides, like, gathering the gems here that we need the flight for.
This is
So, I know it's a power-up. You say this like in my first Spyro game. No, actually quite the opposite. Oh, fuck. You can see what I was trying to do. I was trying to get an extra life. That is like a little secret that I don't know if many people know about it. Like, probably do, because like, there was probably like some QA tester that managed to do that, so like everyone else got to do it. It's like it was probably just like something that wasn't intentional, but they added it just because. I love when devs do that. That's why I really liked when you're rewarded with coins in Super Mario Odyssey for getting to a place that you weren't supposed to. It's like the devs realized you could. And that's really sweet. It should be a fiver. Yeah. Alright, let's head back over here. This level is now 100% complete. I don't recall seeing all the 5 eggs thing, but whatever. Now, we have this. Money bags, you greedy whore. Whatever, actually, can we even buy the Freedom of Sheila?
How funny to see you here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar. Well,
You did
my
nothing.
business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons, too. I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. This pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape, if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
300 gems is not a small fee. That's most of the gems in this world.
Ah, Spyro, I love your sweet naivete. Your kind-hearted nature might be your downfall someday, but for the time being, it's making me rich.
Yeah. And we'll see how much I'm going to enjoy this next cutscene.
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah. I reckon you be one of them dragons then.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know? Then all of a sudden you left. Poof!
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
And they just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out of the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too, one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
Let's do that right now. Let's visit Sheila's world, or Sheila's home. Sheila's Alp. I really like the different playable characters you can get in this game. Mainly because they all hurt money bags. That is one of the best reasons.
Thanks again, Spyro. Now I have to find out what that nasty sorceress has done to my home while I was locked up.
Ooh,
Hiya, Sheila.
dynamic.
While you were gone, a bunch of Rhinox kicked us out of our houses. It's okay, though. Bobby, Pete, and I are working on a clever plan to
Bobby?
take them back.
Oh, I was about to say one of them should be named Billy, and then I realized I'm talking to Billy. Yes, Sheila is a playable character. She controls very much like Spyro. However, her main attack is her legs, which don't have nearly as much range as Spyro. But if you jump right after you land, you perform a super high jump, much like kangaroos. And we are introduced to our main enemies of the game, the Rhinox. Rhinox, after this game, kind of become a staple of the Spyro franchise. And I can kind of see why. At the same time, not so much. It's weird. But like, they're probably like, this was probably like the most popular game, so it's probably the enemy people would know the most. So that's probably why. And getting someone to their house, like Billy here.
Here, I was saving this to make an omelet, but I think you deserve it more.
You get an egg. You get Ruby from Billy. Billy Ruby. I feel like there's a joke somewhere to be made from that. If there is, I don't know. But yeah, I do, before going too deep into this, I do want to talk about the PlayStation 1 version of this game. It actually had two different versions. There was the normal, regular version, which a lot of people played. And then there was the greatest hits version, which people may not know why I'm bringing this up. But the greatest hits version, the version I played originally as a kid, was an expanded version of Spyro 3. So it had more music, for instance. I know that was one of the biggest things, and I think like some bugs were patched out. I think that was one of the things that happened with the greatest hits version. But it was basically like an updated version. Just very few developers actually used it for updating the game. They just re-released it, so no extra man hours were put into it. But I like the fact that they added more with the greatest hits version of Year of the Dragon. And I'm not sure if they did the same with like Ripto's Rage or the original Spyro. I don't even know if the original Spyro did make greatest hits. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but I'm not sure if it did.
Hey, Sheila, let's play a joke. Takes this egg and smash it on Billy's house, okay? I need to get him back for the last time he butted me off the cliff.
Alright, too bad it's hatching. I don't know why, but that was always one of my favorites from the original, whenever they did that. Ooh. But yeah, Sheila has no charge attack. That's another thing I should have mentioned earlier. But yeah, that's just like something really interesting. One thing I find really interesting that I know like Spyro fans know, but like people who are only interested in the series and haven't actually played it might not have known. Ow. Stupid Rhinox. I was about to say that should be just about all of them. Come on, we got one more. Alright, just hop up here, grab an extra life. Yeah, I won't be doing that quite a lot, actually, because I don't actually know where a whole lot of extra lives are in this game. I know where a lot of them are in the early levels. I've kind of been showing them off. But, like, afterwards? Not really. I haven't played, like, Spyro 3 in a long time. I say it's my favorite. I haven't played it in a long time. Oh, I'm great, ain't I? Oh, wait, gem. There we go.
Thanks for the help, Sheila. Oh, you can have this egg I found in my house.
Ooh, man. Ta-da. What, did he tease pose?
If you ever forget how to control...
Basically just head to the options menu or help menu or whatever. I'm probably going to be ignoring the advice Zoe gives because she's basically the tutorial NPC of this one. Because, like, she kind of always is, but, like, it's usually spread out a lot better than it is in this game. This game, it's all Zoe. Which kind of sucks. But what can you do? Anyway, this level is now 100% complete. Return to the homeworld. What was that look of Sheila jumping through the portal? That was kind of funny, actually.